dropping money here. I just say, hey, tomorrow, somebody that you don't know will call you. And those are the kind of things we like. And I'm telling you, it's not as if I don't know how to preach those things. I've been a church boy for 30-something years. Sometimes there are some things that ministers of the gospel have done that if God did not, if you didn't know God and God didn't help your heart, you would have backslided a long time ago. Somebody can come and say, look, sow a seed. And say, if by tomorrow this seed doesn't work, I'm not called, I will drop this Bible. And I heard those things, go and sow seed. In fact, sometimes it was money that was meant for something. And I knew how. So, Satan will just be playing with your heart. And you just somewhere in your mind, you knew that you repented true. That's the only thing that kept you in faith. Because if you are walking with what that man of God said, you would have assumed that the thing was a joke. Seen miracles. Are you with me? I believe in the supernatural, and I've seen the supernatural. But let me tell you something. You are going to enjoy more of the supernatural when you walk with the systems that God has already put in place. If you want your life to be an unending streams of the miraculous, you will have to work with the laws. Take advantage of the laws that God has already put in place. And I usually will tell you this. You will realize that's one of the reasons why Jesus did not keep walking on water. Jesus had to pay for his transport fare to move from one place. Oh, you didn't hear me? Yeah? Jesus, do you think he didn't have capacity to disappear from Capernaum and appear in Samaria? I'm asking you a question. But you see, he lived and set an example for us that man shall not disappear continuously. That's not how we were meant to live. That if you have to move to Lagos, you will need to pay your transport fare. You see, Jesus also set an example for us. He didn't keep multiplying fish and bread. You remember that Jesus, at some point, the disciples had to send the disciples to go and buy food. Hey, are you with me? So, and that is to leave you an example that you can't keep coming to your storehouse and be expecting to find yam when you didn't put yam there. Okay. So we began with the issue of the farmer. So the farmer, we have what they want to, the harvest they are anticipating in place. Now, that means the type of harvest and the volume of harvest. Are we together now? Now, did you see the two things I talked about? The type of harvest and the volume of harvest. And then you also talk about the quality of harvest. These are, how many things did I talk about? 3. You have the type of harvest. That means if I want rice or if I want cocoyam and all that. So if I want rice, I'm not going to plant cocoyam hoping that in the process of time, the seed that I planted will change to rice. Is it not? But do you know that's how many Christians, that's how we live. Then number 2, I also talked about the volume of harvest. That means the quantity of harvest that I want to have. That means, do I want the kind of harvest that I will eat from and I will also sell So that would determine how much portion of land that I'm going to acquire or plant on. Are we together now? Are we together? And that will also determine, some of you, I say, are we together? You are not with me. Are we together? When I want you to, it's also a sign to show that your mind is here. Because some of you have gone to Tonkom, come back. I say, are we together? Yes. Now, number 3, the quality. And I hope you know that there are different kinds of plants. Even when it comes to yam, there are yams that are superior to others. Hey, Abia, you do a whole lot of things in Zakibia. Yeah, is it? Am I in line? Yes. So depending on the kind of yam that I want, there are tiny, tiny yams. Huh? So if I plant tiny, tiny yams, what am I going to harvest? Okay, if I plant tiny, tiny seeds, what will I harvest? Next time I'll see. Abia has even spoiled the thing. He said that when that the first time what you harvest is seed. That is the second time now that is yam that you will see. This is serious. This is a serious matter. And you realize that that's actually what many of us do with our lives. That is, if you plant at all, something that is insignificant, and you are wondering why your harvest is insignificant. You are wondering why your life is the way it is. I've also told us the principles. So having said that, so on Wednesday we began something that you will need to invest in yourself. So that means if I'm trying to invest in myself, I'm going to be asking myself with this principle of the farmer, what quality of life do I want to have? Hey, are we together? Are we together? Now, let's go back to the farmer so that you can understand. Now, you see, after the farmer has sorted out all these things that I said, the farmer will now go and source for the kind of seed that he wants to see in the harvest. Is it not? Is it not? All right. So, back to us. So, if I look at myself, I should ask, what kind of life do I want to live? Let me submit to you. You are not responsible for how you were born, but you are responsible for how you're going to become. Can I say that again? And I said, you are not responsible for how you were born, the circumstances that led to your birth, and even where you were born into, town, whether village, or even born into a I don't want to call it a poor background, born into lack. You don't have any response. It's not your fault. You don't have any say. But let me tell you this: if you remain like that, it is your fault. It has nothing to do with whether your parents sent you to school or not. Was it on Wednesday that I was telling us that if all your parents did were to give birth to you, they have done wonderfully well? That in fact you are the one indebted to them for bringing you to life. Because there were many parents who gave birth and put them inside sack and threw them away. There were many parents who gave birth and abandoned the child and ran away. So you may not be responsible for how you were born, but you are responsible for how your life turns out. Not even God. Hey, we in this we believe in so much superstition and all that. What will be will be. If God say I go make him, I go make him. They there now. What will be will be. If God say I go make him, I go make him. In fact, first of all, let me tell you something. That mindset means that Satan is on your matter. Satan has come to make his abode in you. You know, that mindset will do to you is that it will make you to forfeit responsibility for your life. If God say I go make him, I go make him. If God say what I will be, I will be. It's not like that too. So that's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm showing you this from scriptures. So one of those investments, if I have decided, I have figured out where the kind of life that I want to live. And let me tell you something. Instead of done that you were born in to make you discouraged, it should rather inspire you. Come on. Oh God. Are you hearing what I'm saying now? Are you hearing what I'm saying now? It should motivate you. It should challenge you. It should give you wings to fly. Example, I came from a broken home. I grew up without my father. Now, I had two options. Either to be bitter with my father or to learn from his life. Now, let me tell you something. The things that happen to you will either make you a bitter person or a better person. But the choice is yours. Can I say that again? The events of your life, the things that happen to you, will either make you a bitter person or a better person. And if it makes you a bitter person, you are finished. Because you see, when you become bitter, what you are going to do is that you will replicate it. Watch out. Let me give you an example. You see, that's the reason why two persons can grow under similar and same circumstance and they turn out differently. Let's assume somebody grew up under an abusive father, a drunkard who was beating their mom, beating them, misbehaving. You see, what will happen is that sometimes maybe the children, some of them will be bitter with the man. And then some other people will actually, instead of being bitter, they'll be pitying the man and learn and be learning and say, look, this my father, I don't like what this my father is doing. And they try to find out how did this man become like this. And then they will realize that it was alcohol. Then what will happen to them is that when they see alcohol, they run away from alcohol. But you see, this other young one, either male or female, will be bitter with the man. If I even sometimes try to fight with the man, and you know what will happen? Check it. He will end up becoming a worse version of that man. Because bitterness will actually spoil you, I'm telling you. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So, having this understanding, I told myself something. I said, my children will not suffer what I suffered. And what was it that I suffered? That I would go to school, I would see other parents, other children, sometimes their fathers will bring them to school, and sometimes I will see other children talking about their father. They said their father did this to them, they did this for them, their father said this. I would tell myself, what did my father say? Nothing. So I would just keep quiet. And all the other children are saying, my father said this, my father did this. I don't know what my father said. Because my father has not said it, has never said anything to me. So instead of being bitter, I told myself, I said, my children will not have to go through this kind of ordeal. And then, because I said that, and then I now set out to find out what manner of